Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 47 on Big Time Reality TV. My name is Andrew Kirk. You can find me on Twitter at CGGradAKirk. And the blog, you know, I haven't posted anything in a while, is BigTimeRealityTV.blogspot.com. And today, got my good friend Morgan MacAdam. You can find her on Twitter at Morgan_MacAdam. How you doing, Morgan?
Good, how are you?
Doing excellent. I am glad we were able to get something back. Still don't get you on screen, but you know what? It's all good. I got you on the line. I'm sure people can hear you, so it is all good. How's everything? How's everything going?
Everything's going good. Been busy, driving Uber and Lyft nowadays. Trying to stay busy, but yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with this Google Hangout stuff so I can start seeing you face to face again.
Yeah, we missed you, Spreecast.
And Spreecast, I think we should just invest in it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Start it again.
But anyways, today we're gonna be talking a good handful of things. We're gonna be talking Challenge of Vendettas. They are done with what, 12 episodes now?
Yeah,
11 or 12. And 12. We got a new concept of a new show coming out, X on the Beach, April 13th, 14th. I know it's a couple weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
That should be cool. We got some familiar faces on that show. And then Challenge 32 just left a couple days ago. So we can tell, we'll talk Challenge Final Reckoning. So let's start first. I'm going to let you pick where we start on Challenge Vendettas. I mean, we've had a lot happen this season. It's been a pretty decent season. I'm going to let you pick what topic we start on.
I feel like where we left off, when Melissa was maybe still on the show. When was the last time we talked? I don't even know.
It was middle of February.
So, I mean, we could talk anywhere. I mean, right now, clearly, I think probably the best players are still in the game. As far as competition goes this season, Killa Cam is killing it. I think she definitely deserves Rookie of the Year like Tori did last season. And the Mercenaries, Derek and Josh's thing, like elimination was probably the best I've seen.
That was one of the best in Challenge history.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you got Bananas back. You got the Bananas backpack. You got Derek versus Wes and do one. I think Derek and Josh topped them both.
I think it beats backpack because Josh was a legit competitor, and he just made a mistake at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But they fought on for hours. Although I do think it was kind of bullshit how Nelson, even though him and Terrell were going at it for hours too.
Yeah. Like what the crap is? What the crap is that? Like, I mean,
like, how could they do that to Josh too? Like, that's just bogus.
I mean, first draw in Challenge elimination history. I think that's what Alan and Gary said on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know who that is. A guy, really good blogger on Medium.com. I had him. I had him on the podcast probably pre-Vendettas. Yeah, very first episode.
I can't believe that though. I was just in shock really that TJ actually called it.
Yeah. So we can talk about certain cast members. I mean, this season, I want to go to a tweet Veronica said about the Troikas. Do you feel like with the Troikas this season, with having the best overall three, no matter what the gender is, and we've only had one girl in every Troika, do you feel like it's been
last week? Except last week.
Oh yeah, one guy, at the least one girl.
Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like this season's been kind of, I don't want to say rigged for the guys? I mean, at this point, they don't know about the only one winner, you know?
Yeah. What I think has happened is, I mean, not only have the guys outperformed the women in 90% of challenges, and I think the reason why Zach and Tony have been in the majority of the Troicas is because they have deserved it. I'm not going to lie. Tony and Zach have impressed me this season. And
honestly, to be honest with you, I'm going to cut you off right there, Morgan. I think one of them should have sat out that last Troika and put Nicole in.
Well, they could have.
Which it was crap that, I mean, Nicole knew she was safe. Natalie didn't know and Jemmy didn't know, but I feel like they should have put Nicole into that Troika.
And I think that the difference probably would not have been the same. Like, I don't think it would have mattered. It might have just been a decent gesture.
Yeah.
Because Tony has Nicole's back, so we all know that wasn't going to happen. And I think Nicole even said that she knew she was safe. So, it comes to the point where clearly Natalie got screwed over.
Yeah.
But am I sad about it? No.
I mean, this season pretty much, Morgan, has been ran by four guys.
Yeah.
Kyle, Bananas, Zach, and Tony. I mean, they've been in the majority of the Troicas. Natalie's been in a couple. Kayla's only been in one. Nicole's only been in one.
Marie was in one.
Yeah. That was way back, though. That was like way early in the season. Like, do you feel like...
That was the eating challenge.
Do you feel like this season... Do you feel like if you could go back and change the rules, would you say at least two of the same gender as elimination day in each of the Troicas?
I think what they should have done is if they were going to have, as far as, each of the day challenges, we also have to think about, it wasn't always two teams, where there were a lot of boys and a lot of girls that they could choose from.
Yeah.
If it was 3 or 4 teams and there was only a couple, boys and 1 or 2 girls, I think if it was a girls' elimination day, I think they should have had a rule where 2 girls should have been in the Troika.
Yeah, I feel like that should happen.
Be in there. And then for the boys, opposite, 2 boys.
If they have something like this in Final Reckoning, I hope they change something like that because, I mean, I don't mind. It just gives. It reminds me so much of Big Brother, where there's an alliance that runs the freaking game. I mean, we've seen Zach and Tony in the last 4 or 5 Troicas.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting sick of them in the Troika, but I like them.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that much hate.
Have you turned around on your opinion of Zach? I mean,
actually, yeah. I think he's got a better edit than he has in the past, but that's because he's not near Jenna.
Brad, I still remember. I think we talked about this last time, but the midlife crisis one-liner that he said on Brad.
Yeah, Zach's funny, because Zach used to be a challenge fan before, coming on to the real world and stuff.
Yeah.
So I know that for a fact, but I think Zach is very, I know, he's way better in shape. He won. I mean, I saw the preview for the next challenge that him and Nicole won. That heat for the 25K in the cliffhanger. That was a clip that MTV just put out.
Oh, for us?
Yeah. So Zach and Nicole won that.
Okay.
But
no surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel Zach's got his shit together. He doesn't want another disappointing finals run like when he was climbing the mountain, gassing out with Laurel.
Yeah.
On free agents,
Yeah.
Because that was just flat out embarrassing. But
so yeah, let's transition back to let's transition back to the Bananas Devin rivalry real quick. Obviously, the challenge after the challenge, the vote was between Bananas and Devin, and we saw Jimmy turn on Devin as well as Kaylee. We weren't sure why Kaylee did, but we found out the whole rumor. And I guess we can start with Kaylee first. What do you think of the whole Kaylee Bananas hookup thing? I believe it happened 100%.
Did they have camera? There was a clip of it. There was a clip of it.
Was it?
I think so. I mean, I have to like rewatch the episode to make sure, but I'm almost 90% sure that they had a clip of them kissing at one point.
Yeah.
But either way, I heard that they had hooked up before that episode even aired.
Yeah.
So that didn't surprise me, but the fact Nelson and Natalie were so butthurt about it, and then Natalie's like, I got your back, Nelson, you know, we only have each other now. And then she, like, throws Nelson through the ringer, like, you know, Natalie was playing scared.
Don't get me started with Natalie. I mean, if you've seen my tweets, I cannot stand the girl.
She played a scared game, and I think, you know.
But anyways, what were your thoughts on the whole Bananas versus Devin rivalry? Then I'll give you that. Then I'll give you mine.
I like Devin. And I'm extremely proud of him for taking Bananas out. I thought that like to this day, I still don't really understand how that elimination worked. Like with the lights, but whatever it may be, like Devin still killed it.
Yeah, he did. I remember I tweeted this. I said, I want Devin to take. I would love to see Bananas take Bananas out, but realistically, and Bananas isn't the king of eliminations. I'm gonna make that clear real quick. He hasn't won as many eliminations as Wes, Cara Maria, Anissa, Derek, but he's no slouch. I mean, he puts
up a good fight.
A guy like Devin, and I thought, okay, unless it's a crapshoot, Bananas doesn't have it. Bananas is going to beat Devin. If it was like endurance, if it was like, who would take physical, you think, Devin or Bananas?
Physical? You know, this season with
it's
Bananas,
tough because Bananas isn't
such a crapshoot because of even the first challenge. Like, yeah, Bananas has his excuses for not coming in first or second or anywhere near there. Came in second to last on that first mission.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would consider him as now. Like, you know, he's getting older, and Devin.
This is a hot take, and I want to get your thoughts on this. I feel like since Bananas won the 275,000 in Rivals 3, he really hasn't cared, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like he just goes to get the check. You know.
Every season.
I don't know if you've ever like looked into how much he gets guaranteed money going on in these challenges. So I mean, even if he's there,
they make more than both you and I. They make more than we would make.
No, I'm just saying Bananas in general. I mean, Bananas is on challenge. I think, but like he's gonna be on challenge 18 with this whole challenge 32 final reckoning coming. I mean, he's got to make what close to 100K just for showing up. Whether he goes home first.
Last I thought it was like I thought that Jimmy said something about how just the vets themselves they get a certain like guaranteed.
Yeah, they get a higher stipend than like say if you do like more than 3 challenges, you get a higher stipend. But so my take, finishing off my take real quick. I feel like he just goes there, makes the money, and then when he feels like, oh, it's time to go, he just goes. I mean, look back, excluding Chance versus Stars, because he won that season. Invasion gets beat I mean, he doesn't lose to any slouches. He like other than this loss against Devin, none of them are upset. None of them are like big losses. Loses to Darrell on Invasion.
Yeah.
Loses to Wes on Champs vs. Pros. Loses to Derek on Dirty 30. Loses to Devin on Vendettas. He hasn't won an elimination. The only elimination that he's won was against a very overrated rapper.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said last time we talked, he's beyond his prime. Like I said, these old guys coming back, Darrell, Brad, Derek, Shane to an extent, they're more hungry than Bananas is.
Yeah.
And then as far as for my feelings with Devin is, Are You the One season 3? I hated him. I did not like the way he treated Keith. Did you watch Are You the One season 3?
I don't think so. There's so little seasons I've watched of it.
Yeah, well, there was this girl, Kiki, that was his first interest in the first episode. They go for like first couple episodes, they go in the truth booth. No match. And the whole season, he basically just talked her down, saying, "Oh, I'm like the puppet master. Whatever she's gonna do, I'm gonna do it. Whatever I ask her to do, she's gonna do it." I really did not like him. Are You the One season 3? Coming on Rivals.
I didn't like him until recently, though.
Coming on Rivals 3, I liked him a lot better. Are You the One Second Chances? I felt, you know what? I've caught on to this whole Devin thinks he's the shit, and he and his perfect match Rashida, they won that season going away, and it was fun to watch. And he basically manipulated guys like Gio, guys like no, he didn't. Guys, he manipulated guys like Gio, guys like Morgan Cameron, like a pro. And now, you know, I still think his ego is the size of freaking Texas. But I get it now. I feel like is he a good player? Yes. Is he a great player? I don't think so.
Yes, I think he's a good player.
I don't think he's great, though.
Yes, I think he's a good player, and I think he's proven himself this season.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was cool to see the upset. Was I surprised? Yes, I was.
Oh, of course.
What did you think of Tony turning on his boy?
I think he pulled the move that was out of Bananas' book, like he said. You know? And just like everyone else has kind of said, like, if it wasn't Tony to turn on him, his, like, you know, mentor, his whatever, you know, it was bound to happen. I think Tony is playing for him for once and is playing dirty just like the vets have in the past against him.
It was a great move, Morgan. But what I don't like is how he's trying to justify himself on Twitter, posting the picture of LeBron and D-Wade, him alley-ooping it to Devin. It's like, dude, you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to rub it in. And I am so not looking forward to seeing the reunion and having Bananas do what he did on X's 2 with Sarah and be like, "Oh, Tony hurt my feelings. I can't believe he turned on me. Blah blah blah." If he ever gets on another challenge, he won't win.
And that's what he basically said on the way home. I think it's time that Bananas' reign on the challenge needs to come to an end.
Yeah, I understand why he's going to be on season 32. I feel like this is going to be like a trilogy, 30 Vendetta's Final Reckoning. But if they have a season 33, you don't need him.
They're going to have him.
You don't need him. I feel like
I think you need to tell John Murray that because apparently they think they do.
I mean, they think they do. I mean, we have some young up and comers. Let me give you some people that I feel like could be stable as a challenge. I mean, Zach is still going to be doing them for as long as he wants. You got somebody like Kayla. You got somebody like Tori Deal. You got somebody like Jenna. You got Jordan if he's going to do another one.
You've got a lot of potential. Like,
yeah, I mean, they're looking into shows like they're looking shows like Geordie Shore. They're looking shows like our X on the Beach UK. We got X on the Beach US, which is going to be airing in April. I mean, I feel like, and we'll see how it is in Challenge Stars 2. Spoiler alert, Bananas isn't on that cast. We'll see how I feel like it's going to be interesting to see how the Champs team does without Bananas. I think they're going to be fine.
Is my girl Tori on it?
I think so.
Yeah.
But
I hope so.
The thing that I dislike about the challenges compared to Survivor and Big Brother, we get the same people every freaking season. Like, how many times do we? I mean, I love Leroy. Leroy is one of my favorite Real cast members of all time. But how many times do we need to see Leroy on the challenge?
It's true. I mean, and I agree with that. They need to switch some people.
You know, Leroy is the only one on the current cast that doesn't have any money from the bank accounts on Vendettas.
Is he?
Yeah, because I guess Cam won a challenge before she took Devin's money. Well, now Devin doesn't have any money, but Devin had money. Yeah. But Leroy has not won a single challenge. And the fact that they haven't put him in yet, it baffles me.
Well, that's bound to come just when.
Other people that I kind of wish they'd take off would be. I'm a Corey fan just as much. But
I was gonna say Corey.
Dude needs a break. He just welcomed a kid in this world with Cheyenne. You know what? And I agree. I know that you're not caught up with the Challenge Mania podcast, but I agree. That what they said, they feel like this X on the Beach thing is going to be all for Corey. Mm-hmm. It's going to be something that we'll see that Corey is going to be like, oh, it's going to be tailor made for Corey.
Yeah, I mean,
but as far as the challenge goes. As far as the challenge goes for Corey, I mean, do we have to see him on every season? When he's just going to do the same thing every season and constantly go home early?
Man, he was built up this season, with the picture, like, versus Bananas, like, he goes home the first episode.
I know, right? Then others that I don't want to see on my TV anymore. Nicole Ramos, I could care less.
She just isn't a competitor.
Jemmy, I like Jemmy. But the thing is, Jemmy is not.
She's not going to win one. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I could go without Cara Maria for a challenger too.
That's the thing. It's like what I was saying to you earlier is that I think what MTV is doing is putting Bananas and Cara because of their fan base.
Yeah.
And because they think that they're the money makers and why people watch the show, but like
who are. So I just named about some people that I could do without for a couple seasons or two. Who are a few that have been on the past 3 or 4 seasons that you kind of are like, you know what? I need a break from them. Nicole Z?
Yeah, I could do without her. I mean, I like her, but I just feel like she's good. And, but she has an advantage over the other people. She's got the training and everything just because her. At the same time, yeah, Leroy I could do without for like a couple seasons. Like
all the Young Bucks, could you do without all 3 Young Bucks?
I could do without Nelson for a little bit.
Yeah.
I like Hunter, though. So
Here's my take on Nelson, real quick. And I posted it. I don't remember the context of the thing in the challenge fans group. You're in that group, right? On Facebook.
yeah.
It was something about Nelson, and I said Nelson's good, but he's not as good as he thinks he is.
No, he's
Like
not.
Nelson thinks he's one of the top dogs of the challenge. And does he have the potential to be one of the top dogs eventually? I think so. But the dude overdoes it. Like, there was a confessional of him when Derek came in. He's like, Derek, you're so lucky that I'm not in this elimination with you.
Yeah.
And Derek, I think Derek would have beaten him easily. And in a physical elimination, Darrell would have smoked his ass in that type of elimination. But at the same time, you got to give Nelson props about his missionary win. What do you think? Going back to the whole Bananas Kaylee thing, what do you think of the Mean Girls?
The Mean Girls?
Brittany, Kayla, and who's the third one? Jemmy.
Brittany, Kayla, Sylvia.
Brittany, Kayla, Jemmy.
Oh, Jemmy. I mean, I don't think there's. Because they did that one. Yeah, where everyone was like, that was mean, that was bullying, all that.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was that bad. I think I've seen worse, and everyone else has seen worse. Do I condone it? No, I don't condone what they necessarily did, but do I think that they are legitimate contenders? Yeah, absolutely. And, I still have yet to see a lot come out of Kayla.
That's what. You know what? That's what Reality Radio said, and that's what John said on Twitter. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like if you were to rank all the girls from Vendettas, I feel like she'd be top 3 at the worst. But
and that's the thing. It's like she's so in shape. She does like I look at what her and her boyfriend Mikey P do. Like she does all this like crazy like training, but she hasn't shown up when it comes to like the challenges. She's never been on the Troika. She's never been on the top. If she's been on a winning team, she hasn't been in the Troika.
Oh, once, but go on.
Like, I just don't know. Ooh, someone's fighting in my building. I can hear yelling.
I don't know. Those 3, I feel like, do a lot. And especially with Kayla on social media. Like, trying to justify what she did. I don't think what she did was right. And I feel like, and I hate to say this, but I feel like she's the one to blame the most. Because of what she's been doing on social media. Trying to explain herself.
She doesn't need to validate.
What is with challengers going on Twitter, going on Instagram Live, trying to explain themselves to the viewers, trying to justify their terrible actions? I don't get it.
I mean, I get it. I mean, you don't want people to keep hating on you.
Well, they're going to. That's the thing.
I mean, yeah, they're going to have critics no matter what. But I think at the same time, a lot of people don't understand the struggle that it is to be on reality TV.
Cool.
And at the same time, I don't think that they necessarily understand how difficult maybe a mission was or whatever it may be. And I know Veronica has tried to solidify some of her actions. I know Jemmy has. I know Brittany has. I mean, all these people seem like, sympathetic towards what has happened, like, and what's been edited. to make them either look like in a bad light or whatever.
Yeah.
But as far as the Kaylee situation and the bullying, I mean, yeah, it was bullying, but everyone in that house was lied to, including the two people that were supposed to be like Team Nelson, Team Natalie. So, great, everyone's trusted at that point.
Yeah.
And so, what I feel like Kayla, Brittany, and Jemmy did was basically put the girl in her place and show, like, you know, because basically she was going against all of Nelson's votes, wasn't voting like for him, so there had to have been a reason. And I think it was just explained. No, I don't think what the girls did was right necessarily, but I don't judge them for it. I don't hate them for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a challenge. You never know what's going to go on. And I even, just before talking to you, I saw someone write a post, I can't believe this show is even still on.
Oh, people do that all the time.
Well, someone just, I can't even, like, why is the show still on when cast members assaulted a girl with a toothbrush? Like, I think from 10 years ago, really?
Yeah.
You know, you don't see Kenny and Evan on the show anymore for that exact reason. Like, it's like blaming one person. It's like this whole thing about how I feel about Michigan State and I'll make this quick. It's just like how Larry Nassar was associated with the school has brought down the reputation of Michigan State.
Yeah.
And how, okay, the same thing goes with two boys fucking up and being drunk and fucking with Tanya one night, fucking up the reputation of a show that's been on for 30 years. So, like, you know, no. Like, that's not going to ruin everything. Like, the show goes on. Like, you can't take criticism.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that, I think this show has many more seasons ahead, especially, you know, with the ratings being as high as they were this season and the potential they have, you know, bringing in new competitors.
So let me do rapid fire on the remaining cast members. Let me put in a couple cast members that were eliminated. Let me get your thoughts on them. Let's start with Marie. She left as another quitting by TJ. My question is, if TJ's called her out twice for quitting, and I love Marie, I've had Marie on the podcast the last 2 seasons. But my thing is, if they keep bringing her back, why haven't they brought Jay back? Why haven't they brought I don't want to see him back, but why haven't they brought Theo back?
Well, okay. My thought about this. Last season, Marie just didn't want to eat the fucking rat and all that shit. Do you really honestly blame her? That thing was like purple.
Yeah.
Disgusting. And then even Nicole and them were like, we can't eat the eyeballs and stuff because they're so rubbery. And, you know, I honest to God don't blame Marie for that. Like, just like not doing it because that shit was disgusting. You know, I mean, yeah, do I think she quit on that one? Yeah. But it wasn't as bad as when Jay and Jenna quit on that final. When it came to eating. At the same time, this season, I think.
Do you think she threw that to keep Kayla in the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say yes because I love Marie. Marie is a buddy of ours.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Marie's awesome. But I think she wanted Kayla to stay in the game because she knew Kayla would be better off than Marie would in the end.
Okay. So, moving on to
do I think her acting skills are really bad?
Yeah. Moving on to the next one. She got eliminated last week by Laurel. What do you think of Brittany? So far, 2 challenges.
I like Brittany. She's fire under her skin, you know? I would have much rather seen Cam and Laurel go at it than Brittany and Laurel. Obviously, for reasons, because I think Cam would put up a really good fight.
For sure.
I don't even know who would win, but probably Laurel. But either way, I think Brittany has a lot to prove, but she has proven in the last couple seasons that she is a good competitor and she has a lot of stamina and willpower.
I feel like, and we just mentioned some cast members that we feel like don't need to come back every season. I'm not completely sick of her yet, you know.
I'm not either because I think she's a likable.
Like the whole Brad. I mean, we're obviously big fans of Brad's ex-wife.
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I'm over. You know what? Brad's moved on, and I feel like Brittany's.
I was okay with it after Tori.
It
kind of was like he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Like
yeah, it took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. Like
yeah,
I'm a big fan of Tori, but like to see and to hear Brittany on Challenge Mania talk so highly of Brad and I guess she got to meet. I read online that she got to meet Brad's kids recently for the first time, which obviously probably was a really good experience for her.
Yeah, like I think it's a good thing, and the thing is, even Tori admitted, like, you know, she doesn't blame Brittany. Like, what Brad did, you know, they've been divorced. You know, yeah, we didn't really know about it.
Repeat that real quick. You cut off towards the end. They've been divorced.
They've been divorced almost 2 years.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's welcome to do what he wants, and you know, if Tori's fine with it, I'm fine with it. And at the same time, you know, she just didn't want, you know, him to, you know, make a fool of himself. And, you know, she can't, yeah, at the same time, it's like Tori open to date whoever she wants. I'm sure she's dating herself. I just have a lot of support for Tori because she is a wonderful person.
Last but not least, and then move on to, I guess we'll move on to X on the Beach because I feel like we've covered pretty much everything. But the last eliminated contestant, Miss Natalia Negrote, makes her debut from Big Brother. And to tell you the truth, and I've agreed with both Steve the Steamer, and John.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have to bring people in for Big Brother? At first, I was excited. At first, I was excited. I'm not gonna lie. Like to see people like Victor and Natalie come on was cool. But the thing is, Victor was terrible.
Yeah.
Natalie, we're gonna see her on for many seasons to come, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm all right with it, but at the same time, I cannot stand her. Blah, blah, blah. My game. If I have to do this for my game. If I have to do this for my game.
I know what you're saying. She is kind of.
She's a broken record. She's a broken record.
Big Brother mentality, I think. You know, my game, my game, my game. Not realizing her actions also influence others. If I give you my word, Andrew, and I'm saying I got your back throughout this game, which clearly you and I would be definite, you know, a definite team with each other. You know, if I'm going to do that to you, and how the way she's done to Nelson and shit, and then
Nelson, Alicia.
Yeah, like
early on in the season, you go back to Big Brother. She basically showmance. She showmance this guy James. I know you're not a Big Brother fan, and it got her all the way to 6th place. So she knows how to play guys. But the thing is, it doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't put you in your light on reality TV.
No, and at the same time, everyone's like, "Oh, well, Natalie got fucked over by Banana." Da da da. Like, yeah, but did no one else see those like fake photography pictures that Jemmy was fucking making fun of from Us Weekly? where Bananas and Natalie were out to dinner and eating sushi together. And,
Karma.
yeah, like.
I'm not a James Ewing fan. This guy that she dated on Big Brother by any means,
Okay.
Morgan, but she used him. I mean, they dated maybe a couple months after the show went off the air, but you could tell she was on Big Brother. She was being phony, and she brought it to the channel.
Man, you know what? She's a cheerleader. She's one of those. You know, she was one of those. I could tell she was probably one of those mean girls in high school that just judged the shit out of you. You know, if you weren't the cheerleader or whatever. Like, this girl was in the NFL cheerleading and stuff. Like, she has to be fake for a living. You know, you're just not naturally happy and go. You know, you're not like that naturally.
Yeah.
She's obviously, you know, putting on her act, and that's just, I think, how she is. I don't really have any ill will towards her. I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. It could be her edit, maybe. I don't know. But you know better than I do because you watched Big Brother. You know, someone's true colors do come out on these shows. So, who really knows?
Okay, so let's go ahead from. Actually, no, one final question, and then we'll move on. At the end of the day, Dirty 30, Vendettas, what challenge was better? I want to hear your answer, then I'm going to tell you mine.
I want to honestly say Dirty 30, but I think almost Vendettas is a little bit better because I liked how the mercy.
I disagree. I think Vendetta. I think Dirty 30 was much better.
I think Dirty 30 is better, but yeah, the mercenaries part did help my vote being Vendettas.
So obviously we got a new show coming on MTV. I don't know if if I were to say, I'd say probably not. But April 19th, which is the Thursday, it'll be the season premiere of X on the Beach. And I want some of these people from X on the Beach. We got the singles is going to be. It's going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 singles, and the X's come in. I don't know if you saw the trailer, but guess who's the host?
Little Romeo.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm glad. I really liked him on Chance vs. Stars. Like I knew he wasn't going to win, but his relationship with Wes was really cool, and he was a badass. Like growing up, he was a badass. On the
masterpiece kid, you're a badass.
Yeah, hosting his own show. He played Division I basketball. You know, I feel like he's good. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. My computer just randomly shut off. Long story. But anyway, we were talking to X on the Beach. Morgan's back with me.
Yep.
X on the Beach, not UK. X on the Beach, US. So let me break down some of the people that are on this show that people would be familiar with. There's somebody from Bachelor in Paradise, somebody from The Bachelorette, somebody from Vanderpump Rules. I think she's going to be on Challenge 32, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody from Bad Girls Club. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know what channel that's on. Do you know?
Bravo.
Good guess.
I think Bravo.
Somebody from Bad Girls Club, and then there's a bunch from Are You the One? So obviously, more than likely going to be the star of X on the Beach. Corey Warren's on the show.
Yeah. And we all know he's a player.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, maybe it'll give a new light to Corey.
I wonder if he and Alicia broke up after the challenge. And I wonder if Alicia's one of his exes.
I'm pretty sure Alicia's on.
Yeah, she is, but I don't know if she dated another guy on this cast.
I don't know, but I think that she's there for him.
Yeah. So we got Corey. We got Paulie Califiore, who I know you don't know, but he was on Big Brother 18. Really annoying, but I feel like he brings really good TV. He talks the same voice every time.
Yeah.
And then we got somebody from Vanderpump Rules.
I watched, part of X on the Beach UK because I've been into watching Geordie Shore. And I was watching old seasons, and I kind of got obsessed with it after we had them on the challenge. I was curious to see where the people actually came from.
Uh-huh.
And, I got pretty addicted to Geordie Shore. So I turned on X on the Beach season 1, and I was like, this is boring as fuck. But, I mean, I hope it's...
So we got... So, I mean, the only 3 regulars that are there that I know of are Corey, Paulie, and Taylor.
So they're going to be on the whole season?
Yeah, those are the ones that start. You know how Real World Explosion had the originals?
Yeah.
There's somebody from BGC. I stopped watching Bad Girls Club after that.
I did watch Bad Girls Club, and I did probably watch this girl, Angie or something.
Yeah, and Angela.
Babs.
You know who her ex is, right? You know who the ex is that's coming for Derek.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
Yeah, I would need to see her cast for that season to make sure I did see it, but I'm pretty sure I watched that BGC.
I think the BGC season was called Twisted Sister, if I'm not mistaken. We're not gonna. No, I'm just kidding. So the exes that are familiar are Shanley from Are You the One, season 1. I'm excited to see her on a 3rd show.
I like her.
If you guys don't know, I did a podcast. I did a spreecast with her that I did post on YouTube. It was my highest rated spreecast. I had 10,000 some odd views.
Really?
It was great.
Ellie's funny.
Yeah, he's a badass. Derek.
Derek Henry. I don't know.
Worst cast member ever. I don't know what producers seen him. I don't find him funny. I don't find him entertaining. If I was as a girl, do you find him good looking?
I mean, he's somewhat attractive, but his voice is kind of weird.
Yeah.
His voice doesn't fit his body. And
Cameron Clebo from Are You the One? Okay, I don't really care. Joe from Are You the One, season 6. Alicia from Are You the One, season 5. Andre from Are You...
I like Joe.
Yeah.
I do like Joe. I think he's a funny motherfucker, and I think he got... I think he got a bad rap this season with what was the rapper's name? Andrew.
Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah, him and Ethan. They were trying to play strategically, and all these people were just playing to sleep with each other.
Yeah. And then Andre, the black guy who was dated Taylor after the show, was going to be one of the exes that comes in. If I'm not mistaken.
I thought he dated Taylor before the show because I thought Taylor showed up on.
No, Joe dated Taylor, but Andre, who's from Are You the One season 5, Taylor season, they dated after the show, and I think they had a really bad breakup. So the exes, let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, wait, what?
So are they not going to do another Are You the One second chances? That's my thing. I like that.
So there's 14 of them out of the exes. So I can already tell you that Taylor has 2.
Okay.
Taylor has Joe and Taylor has Andre. Corey has 1 and Alicia. If they ended up breaking up, I don't know if they did or not. Which I'm guessing they did, or else Corey wouldn't have been on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Derek's ex, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure is Angela.
Okay.
And then there's a whole bunch of no names that I'm not going to get into because obviously we don't know them yet.
Yeah, we don't know them very well. I don't watch Vanderpump Rules.
But what do you think? How do you think X on the Beach, the U.S. version, is going to do?
I mean, that's up in the air, man. It's a crapshoot. Like, it's bringing, like, a popular, UK show to U.S.
Yeah.
It can go 1-2 ways, hit or miss. And, I mean, I think they got the potential to do quite well because they did need a new kind of concept to debut in the United States. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll watch this time.
My thing is with X on the Beach and how do they get people to come on this show for so many seasons in the UK, and then they find out the X is coming? Like, what do they say the name of the show is? I'm curious how they're gonna bring this about.
I don't know. They said because they call in the UK they call it a vacation. When they're on these shows.
Mm-hmm.
I know Victoria Vicky that was on Geordie Shore was on the first season of this show in the UK, which debuted 6 years ago maybe. But I think they just told them they were going on this new dating type show. They didn't really give them a name.
Okay.
You don't really know. But at the same time, if they keep continuing seasons like this, it's going to be obvious.
So that's about does it for Are You the One? Or X on the Beach, excuse me. So the challenge Final Reckoning, they just left 4 days ago. It says, I'm on Vevmo, and it says cast members as of Monday, March 19th on their way to Los Angeles. Tentative last day of film is May 28th, so we'll probably get a July premiere date.
They're only going to be there a week?
May 28th.
Oh, May 28th.
Supposed to last 2 months.
I thought it was only 6 weeks.
So obviously TJ is back as the host. He's done what, 21 seasons now?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah. Location is rest in peace, Dave Mira. Yeah. Rumored location is Hermanus, South Africa. We haven't had one in South Africa since Inferno 3, last time if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was going to say, when's the last time we were in Africa?
So, breaking down the female so far, Angela from Bad Girls Club and X on the Beach. Brittany's going to be back. Cara Maria, Davon Rogers, who both Whitney and Steph are big fans of. I don't dislike her, but it's like
Who is it?
Davon, black lady.
Where's she from?
BB18.
She's on what?
She's on Big Brother 18.
Oh, Big Brother. Oh,
Yeah.
God, fucking Big Brother.
Big Brother 18 Morgan was one of the worst seasons in a long time. Like, honestly, out of all the seasons that I've watched live, 19 was probably the worst. 18 was the second worst. And 16 was pretty bad too. So, I mean, out of the 4 seasons I've watched live, excluding Over the Top and Celebrity,
I thought you were way more into it.
I went back and watched seasons, but I'm saying seasons that I've watched live, like watch the episodes live, listen to Rob Has a Podcast, stuff like that. But anyways, moving on, Faith from Vanderpump Rules and X on the Beach, she's going to be on it. Jemmy from Real Nola. Jenna's supposed to come back from her injury. Kayla.
Thank God.
Killicam. Kaylee. I don't know why they brought Kaylee back. I mean, I feel bad for her of how she left the challenge Vendettas, but she didn't. Is
Melissa on this season too?
I think so, but she didn't bring much for me, you know.
You know what? And if you watch Geordie Shore, someone I would want to see on this fucking show is Charlotte, but Charlotte's getting her own show in the UK.
Marie's supposed to be back. A very good picture of Marie on the Vivmo. Is it Vevmo or Vivmo? Vivmo. Oh my god, that is a really good picture of Marie. Melissa, Natalie.
Natalie's coming back.
Sylvia.
Yeah.
Tori's rumored to be on the season, but I just saw something in her Instagram story of her hanging out with Georgia. So I don't know if she's on this cast.
They've been hanging out for a while.
Oh, I know they've been hanging out for a while, but I just saw something like today posted.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you know how people get other people to run their Twitter and Facebook.
And then last but not least, Veronica's back.
Woo! I love Veronica.
And then for the males, you got B-Rad. You got Chuck from Are You the One, season 3, which, if you don't know, Chuck is Brittany's ex from Are You the One. So to see Brittany's ex and Brittany's current boyfriend, that should be a shit show.
That'll be fun to watch.
CT.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that picture. It is a hideous picture. It's got him, okay, I don't know if you've seen the Vimeo page. It's got him in a blue tank top. It shows all his chest hair. And he's doing like a duck face with shades on. It looks terrible. Derek Henry next. Derek Henry. No, not Kaczynski. Derek from Are You the One? Next.
Henry?
Yeah.
God damn.
Devin.
What is this? X on the beach and then now they're on the challenge?
Johnny Bananas. Jose from Big Brother. We're going to see him on Chance vs. Stars on the Stars team. So we'll see how that goes. Jose, quick backstory on him. He said the first couple days in the house, it was a house where they had 12 newbies and 4 returnees, and Dave Vaughn was one of the returnees. But anyways, he told Dave Vaughn like day 2 or day 3, I'm like the messiah of the newbies. He called himself the messiah. So that's good. We'll see how he does. But I'm glad he's on it because I feel like he brings good TV. Josh is back. Kyle's back. Nelly T's back. Ollie from Big Brother and X on the Beach is going to be making his debut. Shane is back. And then last but not least, Zach. It says, no, waiting on more confirmation on Landon. Missing 2 more guys.
I feel like there's a lot of guys in the game. So what?
I don't know. I don't I'm not a fan of this cast, to be honest with you.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm gonna watch the show when it comes out, but like to have so many people from X on the Beach and to have people from Big Brother, it's like
It's a takeover.
I'm not. Honestly, I don't know who I want from these past two Real Worlds, Real World Go Big or Go Home, Real World Bad Blood, but it's like they don't even call those two casts anymore, with the exception of
They
Kayla.
haven't even done Jennifer Gong yet. I still want to see her.
Yeah, she's one. I would love to see Ammo 2.0. That'd be interesting. But I feel like people like
Ammo's anxiety, I think, got to him the last season.
I feel like people like CJ from Real World Go Big or Go Home would have been somebody that we could have been cool to see. I don't think they're ever going to call her. Dion from Go Big or Go Home. I feel like maybe he turned down Dirty 30 and
What was the guy's name?
Dion, the one that came.
Not Dion.
Dylan.
Or something, the guy who came on later.
Dylan. He's been rumored to be an alternate the past couple seasons.
I think he would have been a good alternate. Good on the show.
And then going to Bad Blood, we saw Nico, we saw Theo. Theo, biggest disappointment in challenge history. He could have been so good. Caution, dude. Conditioner in place now. What the hell is that? He could have been so good, but he messed his chance. I would love to see Jen, but I don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately. You still there, Morgan? Morgan? I think we might have lost Morgan, guys. I'm gonna call her. Morgan, you there? I'm gonna call her again. We're almost done with this anyways. Appreciate people for tuning in. I know DC said he was listening to this. Appreciate you, DC. I always do.
Sorry, bro.
No, that's fine. I just couldn't hear you, so I hung up and called you back.
Yeah, I had you on mute for a second, and then I was talking. I'm like, you can't hear me, and then I realized you were on mute, and then you hung up.
So who are some guys that you like on this cast, and then who are some guys? I mean, obviously, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to fit these whole themes of Dirty 30, Vendettas. But who are some guys that you feel like you want to see cast? That we possibly may never will.
Well, yeah, Jay, of course, I want to see back because he's been our buddy for a while. Jay, I mean, yeah, like Dion, Dylan, all those people would be good, like newbies, like just to like phase out Nelly and all that shit.
You know who I would have loved to see on the challenge?
Who?
I don't think we're ever going to see her, but every fantasy challenge Whitney does, she puts these two on, Jenny and Brian.
I would love to see Jenny and Brian on there too, but with their kid now, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
It'd be a good one though. Or like Ari Fitz, she would be good. Like we always wanted Alex Gobert to come on.
Yeah.
You know, boys wise, a lot of the boys have been so hit or miss. Like,
is it past the time to be like, oh, Trey should come back?
Yeah, I miss Trey actually.
Do you feel like Trey's not going to ever get a chance?
Probably not.
No.
I mean, is Rob back? No. I mean, Rob deserves to come back.
I would love to see Brandon Nelson come back, but I know he just had a child, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
Rob did?
Brandon Nelson.
Oh, yeah, I know Brandon. Yeah, I was like, no way, Rob just have a child.
Well, I think we've been on for about a good hour and change. I feel like we got everything covered.
Yeah, let's talk soon though.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you guys want to follow Miss MacAdam, I suggest you please do. She tweets challenge. What else do you tweet about?
Mostly the challenge or just my life.
I'm not going to mention March Madness. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah. Michigan
What
State.
happened? Actually, no, I'm going to. Never mind. I changed my mind. I'm going to. What happened to Michigan State?
They lost. Unfortunately.
Did they not show up against the Orange or what?
I don't know, man. Like, I was driving for Uber that time, and luckily I had a passenger that was kind of cool. So I was watching the video, like, on my dashboard. I'm like, I'm sorry. I gotta see if Michigan State's gonna pull this out. And then it's like, they just didn't have our best players, and then we just didn't make it.
Yeah.
So
life goes on, huh?
What?
Life goes on. I got to ask you this. Were you a little bit nervous about Michigan State because Obama picked them to win?
A little nervous? No.
Because Obama, I think, only ever picked one winner since he started doing these publicly.
But at the same time, Obama's my buddy, you know. He went to his rallies at Michigan State, and I actually met him when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, because he came in when he was running for Senate. We all shook his hand and stuff. But, yeah, Dickie V also had us winning.
Yeah, I had them in the Final Four.
Yeah,
so I lost the first weekend, Morgan, and then I'm in on this. I lost all my Final Four teams with the exception of my champion, Villanova.
Yeah. You know, and the other thing is...
And Villanova's up 5 right now with 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, and the other surprising winner right now is Loyola. They're actually doing really well.
Is that anywhere from where you are? Or is
Yeah, that's from Loyola, Chicago.
Is Loyola on your side of Chicago? Because I know there's a south side and north side.
Yeah, it's like on the north side, yeah. It's like by Rogers Park, Evanston.
For sure. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody who listened in to the podcast, Big Time Reality TV episode 47. And once again, I apologize for the, what do you think? 2 minutes of nothing. So if you guys watch, say about hour, 5 minutes in, fast forward 2 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we can get you on screen, Morgan, huh?
Yeah, let's hope for the best. We'll figure it out, Andrew.
All right, have a good one, guys.